Good evening. The time is 7:25 p.m. Sunday, August 29, 2021. The news headline: You have failed. Admit it. Khan urges Buhari. The news in full. The President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, has been told to humbly admit failure in his leadership of the country and take necessary steps to fix the security challenges threatening the very foundations of the nation. Reports Jude Atupalaze. The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN), who gave this advice to the president, said the reluctance of the government to exercise the political will to arrest and bring justice to those behind the banditry and terrorism in the country was responsible for the killings, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and other social vices on innocent citizens in the country. The General Secretary of CAN, Joseph Daramola, condemned the recent killing of about 22 people in Plateau State and called on President Muhammadu Buhari and his government to stop paying what he called lip service to the unending killings in the country. CAN strongly believes that stopping the killing of innocent Nigerians by criminals cannot be done by mere issuing a press statement and holding periodical meetings with the security chiefs by the president. Until the government shows the political will by arresting and bringing the culprits to book, and shedding of innocent blood will not cease, he said. CAN, which charged the federal government to fix the nation's security challenges or throw in the towel, said the police and the military should be tasked to wake up to their responsibilities before criminals turns the country into another Afghanistan. The time is 7:28 p.m. The analysis. The Christian Association of Nigeria once again has actually gave an advice to President Muhammadu Buhari that he should better admit that he has failed. They said that he has not done anything to exercise his political will by arresting and bringing to justice those who are behind the banditry and terrorism going on in the country. Via their General Secretary, Joseph Daramola, they condemned the recent killing of the 22 people in Plateau State and called on President Muhammadu Buhari and his government to stop what they called a lip service, by just saying they are trying their best, like Shehu Gaba once said, and also Femi Adesina, the senior special assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Gaba Shehu, and also the special advisor on media, special advisor to the president, Femi Adesina, where they have been defending President Muhammadu Buhari that is actually trying his best to make sure that there is end to this terrorism and social vices in Nigeria. But the CAN insists that these are just lip service and that mere issuing of press statements and holding periodical meetings with the security chiefs would not bring an end and would not stop the killing of innocent Nigerians by criminals. Also, this actually goes in line with one Nira Adedokun, whereby he said he finds it interesting that President Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired says that he does not want to leave the office as a failure. He said 2 weeks ago, this column raised the question that about what the legacy the president hopes to leave behind in 2023. The question arose because, contrary to what many people think, big infrastructural projects would not count whenever Nigerians remember the president's stewardship. So, with the recent manner of speaking, he seemed now conscious of what history would say about him, as should any man of his age and status. He said, one is, of course, not unmindful that President Muhammadu Buhari did not utter these words with his mouth. The soundbite came from the National Security Advisor, Major General Babangida Monguno, retired, after he emerged from a 5-hour security meeting with the uncle, service chiefs, and other members of the country's security team. Monguno told journalists that Buhari also made it very, very clear that he is not ready to exit government as a failure. He is not going to tolerate that. He has made changes and is ready to make further changes if he is not satisfied. He is completely determined to ensure that there is a turnaround in the fortunes of the theater of operations. However, the Yoruba says that words from the mouth of a masquerader can only be the contemplation of the gods. It is therefore safe to assume that Monguno conveyed the president's true sentiment. It could also suggest that the man is honest with himself. The security of lives and properties in Nigeria has become such a confounding embarrassment that any must be thoroughly worried. Some Nigerians, however, hold the opinion that the horse has already bolted from the stable. They reckon that having not achieved significant milestones in 75 months, the remaining 21 months of the regime would be too few for any meaningful reversal of what many consider to be the floundering of the Buhari tenure, and also the Khan tags as complete failure. He said he finds that position preemptively pessimistic. The president's recent assent on the Petroleum Industry Act, the prompt appointment of an implementation committee, and the positive signals it sent to industry players are telltale signs that that buying people's trust isn't necessarily a rocket science. For example, President Muhammadu Buhari reportedly made this remark about the security situation in the country. He said he received briefings on troops' exploits in the war against insurgency, which has led to the repentance of hundreds of terrorists. But Tuesday's unprecedented event, where the country's apex military training institution, the Nigerian Defense Academy Kaduna, suffered a terrorist attack, even though the media still referred to the perpetrators as bandits, raises questions about the president's grasp of the country's troubles. Governor Aminu Masari of Katsina State had days earlier asked his people to defend themselves against bandits. And this is why the Khan has actually told President Muhammadu Buhari to admit that he is a complete failure. Between Friday, when he vowed not to leave office, a failure, and Tuesday, bandits killed 8 and abducted 25 people in Zamfara State. They killed 10 people in Kaduna State and 14 people in Buhari's native Katsina State, the state of which the president is actually from. The terrorists shot 2 officers dead and kidnapped a major in operation, which sent shockwaves down the polity. This happened at the NDA Kaduna. The city of Jos in Plateau State has also been on fire lately. It has been 2 whole months now that the president promised to speak to the separatist agitators and those who incite trouble in Nigeria in the language that they understand. Yet, there has been no remarkable improvement in the situation. The time is 7:35 p.m. Good evening.